Well, on board the Corvette.
Just listen.
Man, you can hear the wheel spin over the bumps.
That's over the train tracks, and now down the long front straightaway, it's Tommy Milner behind the wheel, running 5th overall right now, getting shuffled back a little bit, actually moves up to 4th, so times are changing as teams and drivers learning the racetrack, learning where the different rubber's been put down. Out of 1 through 2, the left-hander.
All right, now when you have sticker tires, and my guess is most of these guys right now are going out on stickers. They want to have a pre-qualifying test, see how fast they can go, see how good their changes are. When you go out on stickers, though, these cars do everything. You get, even if you hit a big bump, you just stay in the throttle. You do not lift. But you get 3-4 laps into your qualifying, and then all of a sudden you're sliding a little bit more. Right there you see Magnussen, obviously, guys running long at the end of the straightaway, taking the runoff there. But, I mean, the bumps, when you were on board with Milner there, you really could see just how bumpy it was.
Created problems. This team ran very well at Long Beach. Bruno Junqueira actually had the car up in the top 5 at one point in time. I believe they ended up finishing 6th, but it was a good run for Junqueira. And bad to see them struggling with that same issue here. Concrete everywhere around a street circuit. Johnny, when you're driving that Corvette, as you see the Corvette flash by, how difficult. You watch him track all the way out. Do you even see the wall, or is it just in your peripheral vision?
You're just aware of it. Just like you are in your street car when you parallel park. And you know what? How close you are to the curb. You just feel it. And so, again, it is very, very easy to feel, what that car's like. And you know what, an interesting thing as well, you hear it. I mean, you get up tight to that wall that reverberates, in your ears. And, you know what, some guys like it. I'm one of those guys. I love street courses, okay, where if you make a mistake, there's a serious price to pay. Right now, Tommy Milner, kid's on fire. This is the best they've done. The 3 cars certainly has not been at the front for a while. And for me, this is nice to see.
Boy, did he ever use a chunk of that curb through the chicane that time. He bounded the tire off it.
I think the other thing that's important to note here, and certainly at any circuit that the American Le Mans Series races on, but most definitely street circuits, we talk about the setup of the car, and most people tend to think shock absorbers, spring rates, that kind of stuff. The traction control here on these GT cars is absolutely paramount to make sure that you've got that to get the drive off the corner.
We talk about Tommy Milner and how he's really coming into his own behind the wheel of the Corvette, but this weekend in particular, he's driving with a little bit of extra fire because he did grow up in the area, but he said most of his friends have never seen him race anywhere except for on television. So this weekend he has tons of friends out here, and they've already said this is the coolest thing we've ever seen. So he's really excited to have them in the grandstands around the track.
Board the 3 and take a look as he works up through some LMP challenge traffic and some GT challenge traffic as well. Yeah. Here's Milner through the
just a moment. Watch this rebound. Look at that. Man, Johnny, he put that wheel completely over that.
Well, again, it's not his car. So
good point. Rental car.
And I got to tell you, you know what? Once had somebody tell me, a guy that I drove for, at the start of every race, I give you 100% of a car. Bring me back 1%, just win. And so you know what? For the 3 car to be at the front here, running fast, if that's what it takes, I say keep doing it.
Tommy Milner, Olivier Beretta, 7th in the GT Drivers' Championship points right now. The best they've qualified is 5th. So it is good to see the 3 car up front in GT in practice right now. When qualifying rolls around, we'll see if they're able to hold on to the point. And Milner not just touching those curbs in the chicane with the front tires. I think he's going to use all of that.
Man, that is a slam. Now, my question is, these cars inside and out. How many times will that car take that sort of punishment?
That Corvette will take that 8,762,000 times. Those cars, dude, they are so tough.
We were talking about traction.